Now, he's saying it's essentially useless. What do you guys think the ATF would have to say about that? Hey guys, how's it going? So a Ma Deuce 50 cal machine gun has shown up missing from Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington. And I'll leave links to articles from The Truth About Guns and military.com so you guys can take a further look into this. So the Ghost Brigade, aka the 1-2 Striker Brigade Combat Team, along with others, had to spend their whole weekend looking for an M2 receiver. Now the Ma Deuce is slang for the Browning M2 machine gun. This is a belt-fed 50 caliber that's prolific throughout the United States and, quite frankly, most of the world. They'll mount these to large vehicles, including airplanes, ships, Humvees. Sometimes troops even fire them just sitting from the ground, kind of laying back, firing it from a tripod. This is a very, very powerful firearm with a very high rate of fire and a super long effective range, with the 50 BMG being an anti-material as well as anti-personnel round. This is a pretty heavy-duty machine gun. I actually got to see one in action just a couple weeks ago in real life, and it's just thunderous when a Ma Deuce is being fired. Some of you guys who served with them or around them, chime in the comments, because you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Very, very powerful weapon. Now, here's a couple statements from the 7th Infantry Division spokesman, Major Brian Frago. He says, the receiver assembly of an M2 50 caliber machine gun went missing from 2nd Battalion, 3rd Infantry Regiment staff duty area and triggered an all-hands search that for most of the rank and file lasted a little over 12 hours, but it resulted in an Army investigation that was still ongoing Monday. Now this next part's interesting. He says the receiver assembly is essentially useless on its own, but had not been found. It says a judge advocate's recommendation for a search of the base indicated the weapon component had likely been stolen. Now, he's saying it's essentially useless. What do you guys think the ATF would have to say about that? Remember, this is a machine gun receiver, which is legally the firearm. I wonder what the ATF would think, considering all the great lengths they've gone to go after coat hangers in the past, shoestrings, belt loops, drawings on a piece of metal of a machine gun part, rubber bands, coat hangers, hat hooks, like literally. But they're saying it's essentially useless, even though it is presumably a fully operational machine gun receiver. Now, they were saying that soldiers were getting ready for the expert infantry and expert soldier badge qualifications that included firing the M2. Only the M2 was nowhere to be found. Here's some more quotes from the major. In preparation for testing, the M2 had been signed over to staff duty to allow soldiers to train for testing over the weekend. A soldier allegedly took the receiver, which was out of sight of the staff duty troops. This created an opportunity for one awful person to create chaos. One soldier involved in the search told military.com. It is unclear why or exactly when the soldier took the component. Here's a couple more quotes from military.com from a soldier that they had talked to. Quote, a 50 cal is nuts to go missing, the soldier told military.com, though it was only the receiver. The search was silly. The guidance was to walk around and look for it like you're doing an Easter egg hunt. Well, after a bunch of hunting, apparently, allegedly, they figured out who did it. A culprit was identified that afternoon, according to a soldier involved in the search. By evening, the soldier had allegedly confessed to tossing the receiver into a dumpster. At some point, the trash bin had been emptied, and its contents, including the machine gun parts, had been hauled away. Now, this is crazy. Just imagine if it was just your regular Title I firearm, let alone a machine gun that just got thrown away. Maybe we could ask Hunter Biden about that, throwing away guns in dumpsters. I think you guys get the irony in a lot of this. Now, it's really shocking and surprising for an M2 machine gun to show up missing like this, but not totally surprising because the Army had misplaced an M240 Bravo just this past August. M240 Bravo. I haven't seen any of those lately. Have you guys? Hey guys, how's it going? Check this out. M240 Bravo. All 100 pounds of belt-fed sweetness. Let me know if you see anybody with an M240 Bravo, because apparently they're still looking for that as well. Now, this article ends and says, I guess for all of you that are in the Washington area, you might want to keep an eye out for this machine gun. It says reports of hundreds of civilians combing through the garbage dumps of Western Washington could not immediately be confirmed. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if any of you were in the service or even in civilian life have shot an M2 or even been around one when it's been fired, and let me know what you guys think about it. The Ma Deuce 50 cal. It's been around for like 100 years and it is still quite the beast. Alright guys, thanks for watching and have a good one.